All right, let's look at the homework 3.1, problem number 7. All right, so we want to find an equation of the tangent line to the curve y equals x times square root of x that is parallel to the line y equals 9 plus 9x. All right, so let's do that. All right, so remember that we need always need two pieces of information. First is a point, so I'm going to call it as x1, y1. So x1 comma y1. All right, and the second piece of information is going to be a slope. So I'm going to call it m. All right, so in this case, it says that it has to be parallel to this given line. All right here. All right, whose slope is just a coefficient in front of x. So this is the slope right here. All right. And since it's a parallel to this line, so it's going to have the same slope. So we already know that the m is equal to 9 in this case. All right. But we don't know the point x1 comma y1, so we have to find it. All right. So let's look at the derivative. First, I'm gonna rewrite it. So all right. So this is x times. All right. Square root of x is x to the 1/2 power, right? X is x to the first power. So if you multiply it together, so it's going to be 1 plus 1/2 is 3/2 power, right? So if you take the derivative using the power rule, so we put 3/2 in front, x, and subtract 1 from the power, so it's a 1/2 again. Right, so we know that if you plug in x1, so which we don't know yet, so x1, we're going to get the 3/2. I'm going to use square root, so it's the square root of x1. All right, so since the derivative tells you about the slope of the tangent line, we know that at this particular point, slope is supposed to be 9. All right, so we have that. All right, so let's solve for x1. All right, first I have to get rid of 3/2. So here I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal, so it's 2/3. All right, so you have a square root of x1 is equal to 9 times 2/3. All right, so 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. All right, so we know that we can easily find x1. All right, so by squaring both sides, so you have x1 is going to be equal to, if you square 6, so it's going to be 36. All right, we got that. All right, so x1 came out to be 36, so I'm going to just put that, 36. All right, then all you have to do is find y1. How do we find y1? All right, so y1 is simply plug x1 value into the original function, right? So it's going to be 36 times square root of 36. All right, so it's 36 times square root of 36 is 6. So this is going to be 6 times 6 is 36, and 3 times 6 is 18, so 216. All right, so you have a 216. All right, so we got everything we need. So we know that by point slope form, y minus y1, y1 is 216, is equal to 9 times quantity x minus x1 is 36. Right? If you want, you can distribute. So you have a 9 is distributed to x, and 36, those are big numbers. So you have a 9x, I can do that one. All right, so 9 times negative 36 is going to be negative. So 6 times 9 is 54. I'm going to just write that. And then 3 times 9 would be 27. So 27, so 324. All right. Then since we need to write it as a y equals, so I have to get rid of negative 216. So I'm going to add 216. So this is going to be y is equal to, we have a 9x. All right, so let's see, we have to add 216 to negative 324. So it's got to be negative, right? Let's see. So it's a 24 minus 16 would be 8. So 108. Is that right? All right, so it's going to be 9x minus 108. All right, so let's type it in. All right, we have 9x minus 108. All right, let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got this tangent line correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.